TC2.
Welcome to the last day of the cyber gymnastics thing we are doing.
For today's video, we are covering the last week of our 3-week cyber gym guide, and it's gonna be a good one.
Before we start this video, if you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications by clicking the bell.
All right, let's get started. So we are going to walk through the breakdown of each day just before we get started. So day 1 is a rest day. Day 2 is conditioning.
Day 3 is tumbling.
Day 4 is stretching. Day 5 is conditioning again.
And day 6 is other events.
And then lastly, we have day 7, which is another rest day. Alright, so for day 2 of week 3 is going to be our circuit. Me and Ciera have actually been going on the Gymnastics 2's Instagram to do these on live, so you should definitely check that out. We usually have been doing 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on our Instagram, so it's been so much fun. We've got a lot of people on doing it with us, or people saying that they're going to do it later, because we do save these live for 24 hours on our story. So even if you can't hop in right at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, you can do it anytime that day. Exactly. And it's been really good. We play some Jonas Brothers music. It's really good. And if you want some more motivation, then hopefully we can help provide you that. And it's really cool to go through and see you guys commenting that you're also doing it with us. So if you have yet to do that, because we've had 2 weeks already where we've done this, and you want to try it out, this could be the last one. So now's your chance. Alright, so what you're going to do, again, this is a 30-second on, 30-second off circuit, which means that you're going to be doing an exercise for 30 seconds, then you're taking a break for 30 seconds, and then you go on to the next exercise. So the first exercise is high knees. The second exercise is V-ups. The third exercise is push-ups. The fourth exercise is shoulder taps. And the last exercise is mountain climbers. So this day is definitely very like arm, shoulder focused. The last 3 exercises are kind of like you being on your hands at some point. So should be a tough one. Also, once you finish all of that, you get to do it 3 more times. You can really do it however many times you want, but we found that 3 was good because then you get to 15 minutes, which is a pretty good amount of time. But if you want to work out for longer, by all means, you can go ahead and do that again. Or if you want to, you could jump back to do another circuit from week 1 or 2. You have the whole guide with you, so you can really mix up whatever you want to do. Yeah, even when this whole thing is over, the 3-week gym guide, you have this at your disposal. You can use it however you want.
Alright, so for your tumbling day, you're going to do working your way up backwards. We did a video of this one time on the trampoline, I think. Maybe that was working your way forwards. I know we did a video on this. Basically, it's just the concept of starting with your lowest skill, working to your highest backward skill, or working to a skill that you feel comfortable doing, and perfecting them each as you go up. So if like you get to a back handspring and it's not really good, or you're not happy with how good it is, or it's not perfected, you would stop, you'd work on that one for a little bit until that one got perfected, and you only work your way up as you get better.
For day 4 of the guide, we want you guys to follow along with our videos. It's called How to Improve Your Back Flexibility, and it's just Maggie running through a bunch of her back flexibility exercises when she was a flyer. She used to have a really incredible back flexibility. Impressive. Not that you still couldn't, Maggie. I'm just saying you don't practice as much anymore. So these were just some of her favorite stretches, and I think that for that video, I don't know if she fully runs through how long to hold everything, but we're just suggesting to hold everything for 30 seconds because that should be a good amount of time. And if you find that it's too short, then you can go ahead and again go through multiple rounds, you know, play the video over, start from the beginning so that you're not holding one stretch to do like for a ridiculous amount of time, do 30 seconds, get the full way through, and then repeat the video.
Alright, for your conditioning day, you're going to do another one of our videos. It is our 2017 workout, abs, legs, and arms. We did do this at a gym, so there's some weights used and some other stuff. So just use like household objects, like cans of soup can be your weights or whatever you can find. Also, that will be linked down below in the forum thing at the bottom, just like always.
Alright, day 6 of the guide is other events, and so again, this is the day where you really have free range to do whatever it is that you want. If you have equipment, now's the time to use it. We have some ideas that you can work on even if you don't have equipment. Some of the things that we suggested were turn control. So basically what we mean by turn control is picking whatever turns you're working on, and it can be any sort of pirouette, pivot, whatever it is you're working on, and really trying to stay focused on staying in releve all the way through the completion of the turn, and then stepping out, stepping forward, like making those nice, pretty turns. You guys know what I'm talking about, where you're all the way up in releve, and then you're like, okay, I completely got it, I'm turned where I want to be, and now I can step down.
Yeah, I
so
think
not falling out of turns.
Too often gymnasts just kind of like do the turn and like it's whatever, you made all the way around, you get credit, but you're still losing points if you're not making it look pretty. So
you can also try and practice turns where you're spinning more than you have in the past. So if you've got a full turn down, try working on 1.5, maybe a double, and see how controlled you can get those turns.
Make sure you also don't drop your shoulder, because that is something that's going to make you fall out of your turns. So stay nice and upright like you're in a silo.
Another thing that you could do is practice leaps. So if you have a floor routine where you have a designated leap pass that you're doing, practice those. Even if competition season is over, I'm sure you're going to have the same or even more difficult pass than the following year. So practice getting up higher in your splits, making sure that your splits are actually close to hitting a 180. There are certain levels that have like a designated split requirement, so making sure that you're flexible enough to hit that.
Yep. Also, just make sure you're working on like how your arms look in the air. We don't want any swimmer arms while you're doing your leaps. Those don't look very good. It should be up to a T and then right back down to your sides. If you're doing a side leap, arms kind of out in front like this. And also, like Megan was saying, if you want to work up to that next level, try and work on some harder leaps, because now is the perfect time to try that.
Switch leaps, if you have not started working on them, could be a good thing to try, because those are a little weird once you start working on them, because you're taking off of and landing on the same foot. So make sure you look up a video on how to do that. I actually don't think we have a switch leap tutorial, but
Let us
I'm
know
sure
if
you
we
can find one. And just try to give that a go, because otherwise you start off feeling pretty awkward, and eventually the more you practice, the more you get the hang of it.
And another thing we think you could work on is jump connections and splits. Obviously, we're working on like a really dance-focused day today, but I mean, jumps, you gotta work on them. Beam, you have to connect them to get the full credit.
This could also be something that you pull out a low beam for, or any other beam that you might have, or try doing it on a straight line, get some tape out, and just making sure you're practicing. 3/4 jump is also a great thing to try, because if you're getting up to higher levels and you need a B skill, a 3/4 jump actually is a B skill, so that could be a fun thing to try.
And of course, we could not forget our splits, because as much as we all would love to ignore them during quarantine, that's something you really honestly, like, that should be one of your #1 things that you're working on, because
either use it or lose it.
Yeah, exactly. I've lost mine, but I don't need them anymore, but you guys do need them. So keep working on your splits, work on your flexibility. Splits are so important for so many of the skills that we have, so you really need to maintain them so your jumps and leaps don't get worse, and so that your splits and your back walkovers and back handspring step outs all stay nice and big, so keep them up.
And then the day after this is just another rest day.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know what you thought about the 3-week gym guide in the comments below. The shout out from last week's video goes to the person on the screen. Thank you so much for watching our videos and supporting us.
For a chance to get a shout out on Tuesday's video, post a picture or a story or something of you doing the workout guide, because we want to see you guys doing it and enjoying it.
And we'll see you guys on Tuesday.